Hooray. Alright. We gotta go back over here. Throw the window capture back over to Astroneer. And woo! So Astroneer is coming up with an update fairly soon. Anybody who does play it, it looks to be fairly exciting. Glitch walkers. So I don't know exactly what's going to go on here, but should be some interesting stuff. Let's see, we got a new suit. I think. Maybe we just got a new mask. Visor? Nope. Outfit. Sending final gastropod transmission. Logistics depot shipment. That might have been it. Conductor. No, that was trains. Special event goal. Hard suit. Cage suit. Kronos suit. Helping an old friend fulfill their purpose. Anybody who has not yet seen Astroneer doesn't know what the hell this game is or anything like that. It really is quite the undertaking. SES hardcore configuration. Haven't seen that before. Econeer scrap wrap. Yeah, I don't know which ones are from their most recent stuff. Liminal leak. Maybe that was it. .com. Overachiever, get everything in the game. Solo Awakened, I think, is going to be what we're doing for now. Hat, cognition, masks. Yeah, the respirator is the one that we just unlocked fairly recently. I mean, who doesn't want to be a dandy? Great. So let's go back to Strim Snails and see if there's something new that's going on. It being September, right? This is our, like, back to school, back to, back to school and back to work sort of stuff, so might be an update. No, that is a big X. Inactive. Right, so there's nothing there right now. Let's go to goals. just our new items that are still here. So we need to find a data circuit Model B in Visanya Valleys and Atrox Equator. And data circuit Model A in Calidor Fissures, Visanya Mountains, Atrox Equator. I was having real trouble finding the Atrox Equator stuff. So, oh, right. We can use DeSolo. Who is Snail DeSolo? Model A2. Oh, wait. Right. No, we need that. A1, A2, B1, A1, B2. B1, B2. A1, A1. B1, A2. Okay. B1, B2. Cool. So now we need to take this stuff and perhaps get some more hydrazine just cause. Snails. Oh, I got hydrazine. Cool. Right, Princess is oxygen and Stilgar is... No, that's oxygen. Right, Princess is prevent all damage except suffocation from lack of oxygen. So, we go over here again and we take... And we also got our digger, Bestifar. Right? Digging, yeah. Princess. Yes, second one. All right. So now we need to find out where I put the Snail DeSolo, because he's not here. Last I saw, he was also not on Glacio. So that might be a problem. I need a DeSolo that's going to help me find DeSolo. Oh. Right. Right, that's done. Alright. We'll try going back to Glacio. Otherwise we're gonna have to like go one by one. 2,000 nuggets of a single resource. Oh man. Alright. Snails. Right. So we've got... here we go. Hey, DeSolo. That was far too easy, and I don't know why I had trouble finding him last time. So we're gonna just pop him here. He prefers mutant hispine, which is what we had on the other planet. Wait. That's the stuff. Okay, let's go. Trucks. Find the two different things that are there. Trucks. No, I hit Aatrox. You jerks. I mean, realistically, like, anywhere is going to work now. But that's where our current landing pad is. Okay. So here we go, and we try to figure out if... Usagi. Nearest curiosities on the compass. Okay. Right, so that's going to be there. So, right, okay. So it's finding the Calendrangia. Ah, there we go, right there. See something in the next, like, cavern over. Canyon, not cavern. Ugh. Was it just checkers? Was it just checkers? Lord Dragon. Does anyone else hear them whispering? Warning, do not listen to the lords. Or as GLaDOS says in Portal, if you do hear them listening, do not actually follow what they say. Oh my god. Oh wait, no. I don't want to go that way. I need to be on the equator. Detritus. Any battery. That's helpful. Oh, wait a minute. That there, put that there. Doesn't work, does it? man. Wait. Ooh. Grab that. Bring that back to the ship. At the very least. No. Alright, so this is... Our ship is on the... That's not good. We do not want to go underground. Our ship is more or less on the equator. So we need to go east-west from here in order to find the appropriate stuff. Oh dear. There we go. I'll get something anyway. Right. What is that? Ooh, wait a minute. Where am I? Debris? That does not seem like it's useful. Hey, there we go, backpack. Beacon. Research stuff. Narrow mod. Packager, useful. Squeaker, fun. Curious item and tethers. Not particularly useful, but something. I'll take beacon. We do have to be somewhat reasonably close to the things in order to set off Usagi, so here's a couple. That's another backpack. Print number 6133. There's a second item. And I'm like right on top of it. It's above. No, we're not going anywhere. Cool. Didn't get stabbed. Fun. Okay, so another backpack, but it's just over a little bit. Okay, so here we have a broken research thingy. Large platform actually is whole, so that is a rarity, just in and of itself. Another backpack. Man. Ooh, fireworks. Another recreational sphere. Failed experiment. Discard immediately. And another backpack. Okay, we are more or less directly between those. Okay, so now we go over here and we say, let's dig this up. Give this one here and this one here. So Stugar and Usagi still have enough for now. Alright, we're going to continue east. Right. So now we have another ship. Like a crashed version of our big ship that's in orbit. We've got research item. Useless to us now, but would have been pretty good early game. Nitrogen, argon, methane, and exo chips, and nothing else in there. Alright, continue east. In this case, we're going a little bit south. Why is that still there? Is it just the thing itself? Because I can't mark it as complete, I don't think. One. There we go. Yeah, it's all the same stuff, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that we're going to actually find something useful and worthwhile here. So otherwise it's going to be very sad. You have to be careful, those guys will stab you. Good news is that I'm immune at this point, so whatever. But if we forget to pay our bills, as it were, and feed the snails some bribery, then we could end up being vulnerable and end up getting killed by something. Just go back over there. Another battery. I think we're full. Okay. Alright, ooh, that's a nice generator, but don't particularly need anything at the moment. That's sulfur. This is a QTRTG. This is a really good, anybody who doesn't know, it generates 1 unit of power just by itself at every moment. What's that? Hoverboard, right. That's interesting. Ah, there it is. Portable smelting furnace, typically helpful. There's another one there. Alright. Well, that's kind of frustrating. Right, so we dropped the beacon, which means that it's just going to be there permanently now. Till we go get it. Okay. A little bit north, and we'll just keep going pretty much east. Alright, Lord Leopard. Nope. And I'm gonna guess 2 more backpacks. Nope. Okay. Oh, right. This is a much larger structure. Scrap, helium, useful. Graphite, usually very useful. Diamond, also very useful. Okay. Right, we also have an exo cache. Don't need it. This is going to be the machine here, or the whatever pod. Pretty close to due east. Going like this. Well, I know that I've got a few more places to go, but like, yeah, okay. I'm still feeling somewhat discouraged about being able to find the computer chip in all of this. Like I said, I did this last time. I didn't find anything useful at all. And then now we're coming through here and we're finding some cool stuff, but none of it's related to the computer chip itself. Ooh, green. That's different. That's different. There it is. Okay, we found it. A5. Meh. Oh. Yeah. B5. Ah. So it's both. Interesting. I'm not sure that I can pick this up. I'm not sure I want to try. Alright, so we're going to chop this mountain up. Dig a path straight over to the gateway. See if we can do something. I'd like to also be able to like power this gateway just for fun. I didn't think so, but no. This does not have any power with it. Oh no. No, we need a lot more power than that. Yeah. So let's just verify this for extra protection here. And I don't have any... No, I don't have the guy who provides power. Which would have been fun, too. That is so incredibly weak. It's not even... Okay. Yeah, we would never be able to make that work. We are now halfway across the planet. from our actual landing zone. Like, literally halfway. Alright, so back to the shuttle. We've gotten the things we need from this planet. That's alright, we're not taking any actual damage or anything, so. Realistically, I could have gotten in back there. It's fine. Nope. Pull this out and look at that side. Okay. Number 4, Visania Valleys. And Visania Mountains. Mountains and valleys. Let's try that one. Okay, that looks like the place where we had, yep, okay. We just built a... That doesn't seem right. Built a train through the middle of our landing site. Okay. Alright. We're currently in the valley. Fair. Rolling plains. Mountains. Sagi's fed. Valleys. This is not going to be easy. Nope. Where's that? That's digging. This is rolling plains again. Alright, this is the South Pole. I've seen literally nothing for any of this amount of time. For the entire amount of time that we've been on the planet. I've seen nothing pop up for Sagi at all. Alright, so we're trying to get basically just to every vantage point, find every mountain, so that we can actually see stuff. We need a landing platform, essentially. Not very helpful. I was hoping we'd go flying, but ah well. No, that's not it. Ah well. Well, I do like small wind turbines sitting around, so that's nice. Debris from all the other stuff isn't so great, but it's fine. Inside, yes, a giant RTG. That is awesome. Detritus. Less helpful, less awesome, but can still work with it. I am not particularly seeing anything on this planet at all, which would lead me to believe that there is even a platform. And I know it has to be here, right? It's just... Well, that's blue, so it's not going to be critical. Research, dynamite. And some of that, some of that. Cool. Nothing else. Well, this is unfortunate. So we're not finding any of the, we're pretty much not finding anything on this planet at all, even with Usagi. We should, in theory, see a green Usagi symbol showing up whenever there's something on the planet that's worth investigating. Green being the quest marker, like any active quest items that you're looking for. So yeah, we're just getting nothing. This is only the second item at all that we've seen with Usagi symbol on it, and it's not particularly important. Right, we've already been here. Looted everything from inside. This one, the North Pole? Nope. Yes. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we've gone to both of the poles. And driven around to sites that we've already seen before. Hey, Phobos. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Did I literally just miss it? Hey, thank you. I think I was focusing too much on the terrain ahead of me, not enough on the map. Yep, there it is. Okay, so this is E4. We still need a 3 and 4. So which one is this? This is, we need the one that's in the mountains. You end up face first in the terrain. Right. Oh no. Batteries are cheap. You don't play games very good, yeah. So again, now we gotta look for one that's in the mountains. Boo. Backpack. Yet another one that we don't really need, but, you know. No. Really don't need it. That looks like a... wind generator. So that's the portable landing pad over there. Yeah, there we go. Just popped up again. Nothing left. It really does not want to leave our map, which is too bad. Alright, those are both gone. So close. Well, Phobos, how you doing tonight? What's up? What's new? And for anybody who doesn't know, Phobos is another of our math streamer type people. And she does, I mean, kind of help out everywhere, but do you know what would you say your specialty is, I suppose? Pretty good, alright. Standardized test, yep, okay. GRE, JEE Advanced, okay. I'm not familiar with JEE. Come on now. Ooh. Is that electrical engineering? Just getting done setting up code repository for competition programming. Focusing on Rust, yep. Joint entrance exam. Okay. Ah. Nice. Yep, I know Maxie was doing Rust as well. How long has that one been around? I don't even know the history. Come on. So many explosions. Oop. Okay. Has been a bit. Thought I'd go to the South Pole again. Used it a few years ago for a project, but another language was better. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I only ever did programming for, you know, needs in the moment, and for the most part that was, you know what, MATLAB's good enough. Which also makes sense given that I was doing a whole bunch of math type stuff. It's essentially meant for it. Not the rolling plains, come on. I will collapse this forest if I have to. Saturday, September 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern. Tabletop game with folks on stream. Got some math in it. Lovely. I will, in fact, put that on my calendar. Not sure what we're doing at the moment. Doesn't look like anything, so. TTRPG. Is that going to be on your Twitch channel? Alrighty. It's gonna be about 3 o'clock my time. Like I said, should be fine. We don't have anything going on, so. provided that doesn't change, which with kids sometimes liable to do. But I have it marked, so thank you for that. Anybody else? That is 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Or we're going way the hell out to BST where I am. That's going to be at 3 p.m. So, TTRPG featuring Phobos. Pro tip, don't double tap if you don't mean it. The game you made to celebrate your new job. Nice. I was starting to work on a campaign. I didn't get very far, but I started to work on a campaign that was going to attempt to do something and make a larger story. And my initial bit of it was just I want to use hags because they are some nasty pieces of work. And so I got to looking at some of the stuff for the hags, and then I was like, and what if, like, hags don't normally work together? Yeah, so actual D&D it's like there are 3 kinds of hags that are all in the like immediate vicinity of this particular town. And I was thinking they're working together to do something awful, like, you know, just people die just suddenly. And it's because hags have that ability to just like look at somebody and they die. So I was like, okay, the party is going to like investigate rumors. They eventually look it up. Mass gazing. So they eventually figure out like that it's not just some like random monster, it's not some awful, like it's not a person. It is a monstrous person, but it's not a human person like villager who's doing it. It's, you know, it's a monster and we have to protect the village. And hags don't normally work together, but I was thinking like they've got this is where it gets a little weird and perhaps too much, like way too much all at once, but they are working essentially with /4 and Oni, who's like coordinating this attack. And why did this all happen? Well, because the larger story like caused them to get displaced from their homes. So, you know, the machinations of the gods and whatever people are, of course, attempting to ascend to godhood or whatever. You know, I don't need to go complete Matt Mercer on this one. I can be happy with smaller stuff going on, but I was thinking there's an Oni who's sort of like overseeing the three hags who are going to work together and try and basically just drive the entire town away so that they can take that land. Like I said, might be too much, but I don't know. I thought it was, at the very least, interesting to work at it. See if I could get anything. See if I could get anything viable coming out of it. I did, however, have a campaign going with some of my friends back home in Maryland, and we ended up, I think the problem was COVID, and then we just kind of never came back to it. Oh no, actually, one of our friends went on the same sort of thing that we're doing now. He and his spouse moved to Poland for 3 years. And they were there, and that kind of like destroyed our D&D group. Or, not D&D, but I was doing Titan's Grave. The one that Will Wheaton and his son came up with. There we go. Giant research item. Nitrogen, solid fuel. Consumable device that provides 50 static boosts. This is really frustrating. I feel like should have been done a long time ago. All right. Oh, there we go. Hasn't started yet. There, that's fine. So let's go and take a 3-minute break. Ready, stretch, get up. I'm gonna cycle some water and see you in just a few. Thanks for sticking around. Alrighty. Alright. Snail's getting hungry. Right. Yeah, so I've found D&D to be pretty interesting, all the way back since I was like probably about 13, and we had somebody who was interested in being a DM. My mother freaked out. Was wondering if we were doing devil worship. I'm like, seriously? We're sitting around talking about, like, pretending we're not doing magic. She kind of lightened up. I was like, we can even do it right here in the living room, just to show you if you're that worried about it. This is just not good. Nah. That's the landing pad again. Alright. Yeah, so anyway, I find D&D to be kind of your standard fare. Realistically, all of them are just sit around and talk about stuff and come up with interesting scenarios and try and work through them. And in doing so, this is, you know, one of the several reasons we keep doing it. You learn much more about yourself than you do about your character. But yeah, over the years I've developed an interest in kind of branching out and seeing other TTRPGs in action. I really, really want to do Vast, which was Jackson Lansing's creation, on the unfortunately defunct Project Alpha, which was a joint venture between Geek and Sundry and the Nerdist. Yeah, so I was a patron-ish, I guess, of Project Alpha and absolutely loved it. Everybody involved was really cool. Okay, apparently there's a delay. So Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly are two writers who do various comic books, and lately Marvel, but also like just kind of a lot. So the two of them are really cool, and I like their work. And they wrote this TTRPG world together. Jackson, I think, created the mechanic system based on White Wolf, Werewolf. And so it's all like D10s, and you have skills based on the D10 system. You know, you roll a certain number of D10s, and then you have to get a certain number of successes. I really like it. I want to do it, but I need to like get my hands on the rules correctly, and then also like I asked Jackson if there was any way he would either be willing to like make photocopies of all of the like story stuff that he wrote, and then I would pay him for it or whatever. But unfortunately, there it is. Probably. Yep. Oy. Took me long enough. Just get rid of that. That's fine. But naturally, I'm assuming that the entire thing is under an NDA. We're not allowed to talk about that sort of stuff. just gonna hope that time runs out on the contract. They've done nothing with it, and he's been sitting on it for years and years, so I hope that he can get in contact with like Green Ronin or somebody and get Vast published under his own name. I don't think no, I haven't seen Harmon Quest, but I'll take a look at it. Certainly heard of it at some point, but I don't know what it is, me personally. Okay, so Calidor is the only one left, and we have to go to the Fissures area, which is not a nice place. For anybody who's new here, my name is Obi-Wan Pez, and this is N Simplex Pachinko. We do mathy type stuff on typically Tuesday nights. If you have any questions, you want to discuss any particular math topics, you want me to explain how it is that your teacher did something in particular in class, we can work it out. Right now we are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday doing a differential equations class, so you can come on over if you would like to understand differential equations better. We also have several other math streamer type friends, some of whom are even here tonight, who also do math help and various other either classes or yeah, either classes or tutoring. So if you do have any questions, feel free. Target pin. Huh. Oh, because you could do a call. Oh, that's pretty nice. Alright, off to Calidor we go. The game we are playing tonight is called Astroneer. You are an astronomer slash engineer, and your job is to survive in this awful, barren hellscape that you're in. And as may happen with several games that are out there, weird stuff happens, and you gotta figure stuff out. Right now, the weird stuff that is happening to us is not terribly serious. The weird stuff that is happening to us at the moment is that we're trying to find special locations on each of the planets. Alright, you probably want to alert me as to the rows. you... That's interesting. What are you pointing at? No, it's just the rows. Okay. And this is the landing pad. Alright, we're good. So we're going around trying to find a little green icon that is very similar to the navy blue icon that shows up every so often with the picture, there you go, with the picture of an alien head. These are snails, and they help us to discover interesting stuff in the world. This particular one finds really cool items that you might be interested in. I'm not, so I'm just leaving this off to the side for now. This particular world has, I don't know, like 30 hours in it, so... we don't have any particular needs. Especially or even for cool items. Right now we are looking for a green icon, again similar to the alien headed one that showed up earlier. That is something else, so we don't have to get that. We have a bunch of wolframite here, which can help us make tungsten, but we're not really into it. Don't need it right now. Alright, I saw another navy one. Oh, good. We're gonna dig up to the surface. There we go. Alright, another navy icon. Not particularly helpful. Alright, green, but not alien head. Ah. Region dunes. What was this one? Valleys. Okay. Trying to go east as much as possible. Bunch of ammonium right there. Yeah, take that. Get rigged. need 2 more. Here, this is a sight pylon for trains. Don't have any at the moment. I believe we're in the fissures area. Or else we're in valleys. Yeah, there we go. Fissures. No. No. This is not it. Fairly large solar array. Alright, there's some stuff. Alright. We have been all the way around the planet. Alright, let's go back to fissures, because I at least know where that one is. Could be a completely different fissure zone, but they're not telling me, so. I'm at it from a slightly different angle. Right, this is the one that I dumped. Can't get out of the bowl. There we go. particularly helpful. Yeah, it only goes that far. Okay. Right. That's quite a ways down. That's not good. I seem to have found a hole. Okay. So let's turn that one on around. So this is one fissures area. Right. Can't find a good vantage point to look at everything. This is fissures. We're really close to it. That's all the abandoned stuff out there, but that's not what we're looking for. So in fissures, we're supposed to be able to see something that is different, right? So we need platform, solar station, something that doesn't look like it belongs. Like, all those places are outside of fissures. solar slope for this. Well. May have to end up calling it. This is different. Okay. No. Uh-oh. Alright, let's just head back to the main menu. And we'll do our quick chat here. So, thanks everybody for coming on in. We're going to head out and check out somebody else. Let's see. Talis Teaches is doing Monster Hunter Frontier G. Got Satisfactory on DVD, Guild Wars. Solo is doing his usual Friday night rimming. Oh my god. Coco Confession is doing Darkest Dungeon, all boss deathless. Oh no. Astro Canuck is on doing Astro Sapson News. Followed by Lego NASA Artemis SLS. Cool, cool, cool. Bunch of people doing all sorts of cool stuff. Let's go. Let's go check out SDK Phoenix. He's one of our streamer friends who actually used to do majority Astroneer type stuff back in the day. It was one of our friends with Captain Space Toaster and a number of other people. So we'll go check out what he's doing in Satisfactory. And if anybody wants to come back for mathy type stuff, we'll be back on Monday and Wednesday for Differential Equations class. We're finishing up probably this week, and we'll be doing regular math help type stuff on Tuesday. So if anybody wants to come in for those, I will see you then. And if not, I will be around in many other math streamers' Discord servers and or streams, and we'll see you all later. My name is Obi-Wan Pez, and this is N Simplex.